and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A collegiate star in nearby Maryland, this is Anthony McFarland. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, Black 20. He's checking.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner.
Conner, the ball carrier.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive will start with an option going left. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
steps away. He's going to take off, and this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
He's brought down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger quarterback. James Conner
got a man, it's caught inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. This is the receiver turn running back, Cordero Patterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Patterson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The tackle made by Devin.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 39, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
On the keeper. He was brought down by Bud Dupree. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
We got 4.
Jackson from the shotgun. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
23 yards the pickup there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
Jackson.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Patterson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They go play action with Jackson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Patterson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Patterson on the carry.
49-yard line.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
He was tackled at the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run with Patterson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he got blown up on that play. back at the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Yo. 55, 55. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. We're just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now 3rd down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Harris. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Micah Fitzpatrick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in it. That's being tested right here. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hey, we got 4 down. 36. Ozzy, sit up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
9-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 29, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a give right side. Patterson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's good.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Patterson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Another carry.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot.
A 28-yard attempt.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Tucker's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 49 yards there, a big one.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Check back. Watch the safety creep. Check out. Watch out. Watch twist.
They run the counter. It's Patterson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing now is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Judon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Call it a loss loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.